pray this is making sense. Father, let it make sense to your people. So Eli was not following close anymore. But the Most High found him a man. You heard me? Yeah, you know David's going to come later. A man after his own heart. But even before David, there was a man that the Most High found. He was a child when he found him, yeah? He found him. And he's preparing him. Look at verse 8. And the Lord called Samuel. The I am called Samuel. Again, the third time. 3 times. Yeah? Called him the third time. And he arose and went to Eli. That's all he knew what to do. But the Most High is getting ready. Eli's getting ready to help him here. Here I am, for thou didst call me. And Eli perceived that the Lord had called the child. This older generation perceived that he's now talking to the children. He's now pouring out his spirit upon the young, the sons and the daughters, according to Acts chapter 2. Eli realized that, oh, my time must be up. He ain't talking to me no more. He's calling out to the younger generation. He's calling out to the childlike generation. He's tired of these stiff-necked adults in spirit. And he's looking for the broken and the contrite, the childlike in spirit. Eli knows something going on here. What does Eli do? Eli perceived that the I am had called the child. He gives him advice because he knew when he used to talk to him. I'm assuming when he used to talk to him, he understood what he needed to do. Therefore, Eli said to Samuel. Samuel again means hearer of God, heard of God, an intelligent hearer of God. He calls Samuel and he gives him some training here. He says, go and lie down. Oh my. Not time to talk. No, go and prostrate yourself. Lie and be quiet. Go and make yourself available for the presence of the Holy Spirit to move upon you here. I feel your presence, Most High. And then I think in verse 9 he says, now go and lay down, and it shall be, if he call thee, that thou shalt say, speak. Now before Samuel would come to Eli and say, here I am, meaning I'm available. But once you get in place, saints, what do you need to happen now? Now that you're in place, you need to listen. You need to let him speak. So Eli said, say to him, speak. Speak, I am, for thy servant heareth. Let him know that you are in the posture to hear. But I want to show y'all something. So Samuel went and laid down in his place. When Eli said to Samuel, for thy servant heareth, what is he saying? Something else that I've taught you all, especially those that I've pastored and shepherded, but those of you that have come by here to Word of Shepherd, you may have heard it as well. There are two keys to greatness. If you want to unlock the doors to greatness in the kingdom, there are 2 keys. Really, in a way, it's like one key with 2 sides, but I'm going to say 2 keys. What are they? Humility and obedience. And you can't jump to obedience without humility. If you go to try to obey him without being humble, you're going to be religious. And that's where the church is today. They're trying to obey and just go jump and do what they want to do, but they haven't humbled themselves. You got to stop. It's like they teach you when you get driver's license. When you get to a stop sign, you don't yield. You stop. Humility is you stop it. I don't know what to do. I can't do nothing until you tell me what to do. He wants you to make a right turn. You just don't go do a California stop. You got to stop. Humility. Then you follow the direction. Turn right. See, you could turn right without stopping. But that's not the key. He wants you to humble yourself. Stop. Stop what? Your will. Stop your thinking. Stop thinking for him. Stop doing what you want to do. Stop doing what you think should be done. Stop. I hope you hear me in the spirit. I'm speaking to the church. Stop. Stop, church. You're active. You're going forth. You're doing stuff. But you're not doing it the way he wants you to do it in many cases. Stop. Humble yourself. Put your hands up. Say, I yield, I stop. Then you say to him, speak. And when you say, after you stop and you say speak, then direction gonna come. Make that right turn. Oh my, I hope y'all hear me. So the keys to obedience, you find in this word servant. You cannot be a servant and not be humble. Not a true servant. And you cannot be a servant and not obey. You must have both. This boy is demonstrating the keys to greatness. Now that's how Shepp taught it to you as the keys of greatness, but the concept is you see the truth of it right before you. Eli is telling him, verse number 9, speak. He said, tell him, speak, say speak, I am. They say Lord here, but I told you what Lord means, the deeper meaning of the text. For thy servant heareth. So Samuel went and laid down in his place. He went and got still. Stopped. He stopped. He wouldn't lay down. What happened in verse 10? The Lord, the I am King. Oh, he loves when you stop. See, when you stop, that's like when they put those animals on the altar. They stop breathing. Those animals have to stop breathing. They stop living. And then they light the fire, and the aroma came up. Yeah? When the aroma comes up, he's getting ready to speak. Oh, my. Paul said, present yourself a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. It's your reasonable service. What no reasonable service mean? You ain't doing nothing big when you stop. That's what you should do. Anybody need to give you a happy meal because you humbled yourself? That's what you should do. Paul said, present your body a living sacrifice. Bring your body to a place, your mind to a halt, to do the will of the Most High. So when those animals stop breathing, you can't put a live one on there. You got to kill that animal. Now, a lot of your pagan gods, they want humans on the altars, not the Most High. The only human he ever accepted on the altar for his sacrifice was himself in a fleshly body. You'll never find him letting you go through with killing someone as a sacrifice to him. Somebody said, well, what about Isaac? Did Isaac stop breathing? No. That was his way of testing Abraham's heart to see if there's anything in Abraham's heart that he loved more than him. He wouldn't let Isaac die like that. Before Abraham brought down that cutting device, the Most High said, stop, halt. There's a ram in the bush. Because the Most High don't want human flesh. But today, in your Hollywood, your music industry, oh, there are a lot of people deceived what's going on. There are sacrifices taking place. And it ain't just animal sacrifice. Let's go here. Because Baal don't like humans. Baal don't like humans. The pagan gods don't like humans. They do everything they can to wipe out humans because human is the design of the Most High. I ain't going to get into that. Let's go here. Verse 10. And the Lord came and stood and called as at other times. Samuel, Samuel. Called him twice this time. Samuel, Samuel. Because this boy's getting ready to hear. He's going to be intelligent here. Then Samuel said, speak. Not only was he here, not only was he available, but he's humbled himself to get instruction. In between humility and obedience is the voice of the Most High. You humble yourself, he speaks, then you obey. But he provides the words. All you got to provide is to humble and to obey. But in between those two is him speaking. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense what I just said. Your keys that what you got to have is humility and obedience. But before you obey, after you humble yourself, wait till he insert his key. I feel the Most High. You know how when you go to the bank and they got to open your little box there? Little box to get your stuff out. I forget what they call this thing. But people put jewelry in it. They got different things there. On some of them, you got a key that you insert. And then they also got a key that they insert. And when they turn it together, the box opens. What I'm trying to say to you, safe deposit. Thank you. When you come to get that precious thing, what is the precious thing? His word. David said his word is sweeter. It's sweeter than the honey and the honeycomb. Oh my. When you come to get his precious word, you insert your key. What's your key? Your key got humility and obedience. But between humility and obedience, there's a key that he insert. Huh? I see it, lovey. There's a key that he insert to release this law. You provide humility and obedience. But between your humility and obedience, he inserts his word. So you humble, you hear his word, Samuel, intelligent hearer, and then next you obey. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.